Has 68,000 miles and they want $31,000.
That's crazy.
Went and looked at a Grand Cherokee over there and they wanted like 50 something.
Oh yeah, it's grossly expensive.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
I was watching a thing today. They were talking about one of those Jeep Wrangler or Jeep Rubicon Wrangler thingies.
Geez, 50.
They want 30% over sticker
For deposit? Oh,
no, for the vehicle.
Because they're in demand.
Yeah. Now, mind you, that one had all the little options you could get on it. The sway bar disconnects and the air suspension and the airlift and stuff and all that fancy stuff. But 30% over sticker, I'm like, good Lord.
Yeah.
So if it normally costs, $42,000, they want almost $70,000 for it.
Well, if I knew, there's a Challenger over there and they want $71,000 for it.
Oh, Challenge? No.
Oh, it's a fast car, but I mean,
it is.
But you're not going to go any faster than the speed limit.
But why?
Well, I mean,
why now?
Well, it's.
You're not going to be able to drive that thing in the winter.
Well, no, because it's
at all.
Yeah, exactly. But that's why I thought the Honda Pilot, the big one with the open doors.
I'm sorry, but if you live in North Dakota these days, and you
all-wheel drive or better,
if you drive a Challenger
or any other sports car,
I mean,
you park it for the winter.
You're never going to drive in the wintertime. No. And the wintertime is the majority of the state.
Well, it's the most. Yeah.
You're going to want something with four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
You're going to want. Well, we the last couple winters have been. You're going to want a major four-wheel drive.
Right, but if you're going to have a minivan-like thing and you get all-wheel drive with it, that's better.
Yeah, that would be.
Then you got a general-purpose vehicle that has better traction.
Yeah.
What the heck's with that? I just always waiting on the other guy to turn. Okay. Well, whatever. Anyhow, Jennifer said she went and looked at a Grand Cherokee and she passed out. And I said, I'm going to be driving mine forever. I said, nothing wrong with that, Jen. It's not a pig. It sips on the gas. It gives you all-wheel drive. It gets your back.
Well, if you're going to want something like that, you better start saving now.
Well, yeah. Well, the prices ain't going to go down.
Oh no, we're probably just going to keep going up and up.
Interest rates being as high.
The insurance is just going to keep going up.
Well, that and license plates and everything else. Yeah, gas.
Yeah, gas. They're really trying to get us out of
low wash fluid. Well, that's okay. I don't mind that, Eric. It's just a matter of throwing some in there and make it happen.
They're just continuing to try to beat us down and not having any gas, any more oil. I don't know if you want to really complete the conspiracy theorists out there, although if you look at the conspiracy theories for the last 5 years, it seems like the majority of them are coming true.
Well, just don't panic about it.
Yeah. Big push is they want to get us. They want to do a national emergency
to change everything.
To implement their carbon anti-whatever thing.
Yeah, that's not.
And make it illegal for you to have a gasoline engine.
Explain it to you again. Shh, goodbye. It's just flat out stupid clowns. Communists.
Well, communists want gas.
Rush up there. There's nowhere to go, but rush up there. Go ahead and rush up there. There's nobody there, no.
Yeah. Nobody there. Nobody hit.
I had to jump that up when I was carrying the lumber around.
Well, I was really surprised that one guy was talking. He says, now you think all these people who are rich, or these celebrities or something, that all, you know, give the finger towards anything about these the end of the world things and stuff, yet they all have bunkers.
Yeah.
Multiple bunkers.
Yeah.
And they don't really give it a second thought. They have them.
Well, they got the money.
And they have them stocked.
Yeah, well.
But the moment somebody goes on there and goes, oh, you gotta have a bunker for the end of the world, they'll be like, you don't need it. You're fine. I got 4. But that's just me. And I'm rich and I'm popular and I gotta survive the world ending. You don't.
No, you don't. And if you're out of position, you'll never get to your bunker anyhow.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah. That's why they have 4 of them. And then 4 to join states.
Down, so that may not move around.
That's nice. Oh, that's good.
Don't
really
force it.
around.
Don't force it. Sure you put it up.
Right.
Otherwise, you'd have to put it down with cock next time.
Oh, did I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And yesterday's meal. And not the coffee. I think I'm big for the coffee.
I did not know that.
Yeah. We had to just walk in with cash, pay him, and tip him.
Yeah.
And we had money for gas. Well, I put money for gas in the checking account, but the meal yesterday and everything else was courtesy of Jeff.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Didn't even know.
Letting you know what we do with your rent.
Yes.
Probably clean the terminals on the Durango and the van before winter too.
No, I guess Crown's going to come out with another power. Well, actually, another 3 power stations. One that comes out end of next month, or no, end of this month, which I haven't ordered. Then they're going to come out with a smaller 300 one. And then they're going to come up with a big one, a 3600 one.
Did we ever recharge our Peltron?
No, it's like it's sitting on like 95% or something.
Yeah.
They're going to come up with a 3600 watt-hour one, like one. I thought it had a 220 in it. Might be something to that. Yeah, do fine.
Well, I talked to Tom yesterday, and his wife's walking to some degree with a little bit of help. She's being evaluated by St. Joe's to see where she needs to go. But she's able to get mad and tell him about it.
Well,
she's getting better. Her voice is coming back.
Yep.
So are other things. So she's on the mend.
Yeah, so we'll get out of here too.
Did you get to fly or not?
No. Still on fat. It's not hot yet, so we'll be later. Between 1 and 8, I'll have a heat advisory.
And I'll be out there in the cemetery.
Ugh.
First funeral's at 12:30, second one's at 1:30. So we'll be out there the worst of the day.
Get up. There we go. I think he's out.
We'll probably
yeah, he's out.
We'll probably end up with
early window.
going there and staying in the cars.
Yep.
And then doing the funeral and driving to the next spot and doing the funeral and then crawling back in the cars and trying to cool down. Because it's going to be a hot one.
Bring some water with you.
And if I could squeeze it in, I would go to Judah's funeral today too. Judy Spitzer, who I knew from Minot State and she was in the symphony, she was in the Magic City Band, she was first chair clarinet at the symphony for a long time. Dr. Thornton came in and took first chair, and then when he left, she went back to first chair. And she's been like first chair at the symphony almost her entire life. She's that good. Dr. Thornton was even better, which is hard to imagine. He had a PhD in clarinet. Oh, he was good. Multiple clarinets. instruments and key registers like it was nothing. But when you studied and practiced forever, you get very, very good. He had the gift, and so did she. They were both excellent. I remember I was playing in the singing Christmas tree when we had to raw script when Pastor Johnson was a music minister. You may not remember a lot of details on that. And I got to sit with Judith Spitzer and play. One of the things was a 30-second note run in an odd key signature with an incidental sharp in there, just to liven it up a little. And she said, here's the deal. You probably can't play this. I said, no doubt about it. You start on the top, we'll meet on the bottom. You bet. I can do the top and the bottom. All the stuff in the middle, a little bit past my skill level. But I thought they would maintain the organ and the church orchestra. And they have not, which is fine. But I thought they would, and I figured what I would do when I retired was I would go back and learn all the alternate weird key signature, or alternate fingerings, to where I could learn how to run those and practice those. But if you had those down, the rest of it you could sort out. And that's what I was going to do. Well,
we don't really have it. We used to have a choir too. We don't have a choir.
Yeah, it's pretty much gone. Yep. It's a different time now.
Yeah. It's all hip and happy. And
well, I don't know.
Loud, very loud.
Yeah.
Like a rock concert loud.
Well, not as energetic as when
the other guy was there.
What was his name? Jake.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, sitting in the front row is a bad thing to do.
He is a very
Sitting in the very front row is a bad thing.
Way too low. Loud.
It was bad with my noise canceling earbuds in. It's almost okay at the very back with the noise canceling earbuds on.
I used to leave my hearing aids at home, sit in the back.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, no kidding.
No trouble hearing it.
No.
And then if I found that leaving the hearing aids in for a lot of things is, I used to take them out if I was on rifle shot. It seems to muffle that.
It does. The noise canceling kind of takes it out.
But see, I don't have a full plug in there.
Yeah.
Mine just sort of floats, but
takes out
speaking of that, I forgot my ears today.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay. Well, anyhow.
Yeah, I noticed that when I looked over.
Yeah. So I forgot my ears. Okay, fine.
Just yell louder.
Yeah.
What? Shoot now. Okay.
It's ready, aim, fire.
You'll be going, what was that?
No, I can hear that.
Okay.
I can hear the rifle. 30-06 blank has some volume to it. More of a throaty tone. Something I usually hear better anyhow. So I watched Pastor Dan when he was at the cemetery. He's like he is on.
Up to nap.
Up with his hands and walking around and stuff. So he said hi to the group, and he went over and talked to the Air Force guys for a while. Of course, he was there for the family predominantly, so that's why we stayed out of the way. I wasn't going to walk over and insert myself between him and the family. I wasn't going to do that. Got one Tuesday, too. Today's going to be hot, though. Hot and hard.
102-ish.
You know, they were saying it might only go up to 100.
Well, according to what they showed on the weather thing, 102.
Yeah, that's going to be a little bit warm.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Maybe hotter. Depending.
I know if it's hotter, we'll come up with another option. It's one of those days where you really don't want to be
outside.
Well, and the smoke was bad last night. It's not so bad today.
Yeah, I know this is the rates were up to like 70, 80 last night. Not extremely bad, but it was getting there.
It was bad enough. You're outside working on something for a while. It gets to be Milo's there.
It was 10:20. Oh, I would have thought there'd be a lot more people here. Yeah, 10:20.
I guess not. But, Tom would say he would be here. It doesn't look like he is.
Well, Thompson isn't show till 10:30.
Well, I'm just telling you what he told me yesterday.
Sometimes Art doesn't show up at 10:30 either.
KK9TT, 104.9 miles to the... Some of Jen's off the deck and stuff. I might drive the Jeep and see what type of wants to spin toilets or whatever.
You can take the rust bucket.
Yeah, I could take the Durango, which I was thinking about doing. It hasn't moved in a while, and it doesn't need to charge its battery. So. Yeah, tell me if it wants to start.
Let's see off the back steps.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. I don't know why they think that's the front door. I just don't quite get it.
I thought I always think about putting a sign back there so use the other door.
Yeah, that's a thought.
They probably wouldn't look at it either.
Well, then they would probably go put it at the other guy's, their neighbor's house.
Yeah, maybe. I think it's just convenience and they pull up. The funny thing is they came in from the other way too. They came in from the north side.
Walked right by our red sidewalk.
They did, yeah. They turned around and they parked behind the Durango, got out, just walked over, put it on the back steps. Totally ignore the fact that there's a sidewalk with a fence. There's that one guy who did the pizzas that one time thought we had a dog, and he wouldn't deliver. Actually called me up and said, "Do you have a dog?" I thought that was what the fence was for. It's like the fence that has no lock on it or gate or anything else.
Yeah. Well, it can't be locked because I need to have access to it.
Yeah. We have a security system.
Or if it has to be locked, then it has to have.
We have a security system for a reason. So you know who exactly comes to the door or walks up or walks around or my golly, maybe if it's that IRS man.
Yep.
Well, if it's legal.
Yep, yeah, it is, probably.
Well,
it smells good. Who's going to argue about something that smells good?
When they hit a bump and pops off and hits somebody's vehicle on fire?
That could be a problem, yeah.
Yeah, that might be an issue. All empty. So they're back to the coast. Got to ship back to China.
Somewhere.
Said that the Chinese paying off our interest rates, not buying any of our interest stuff, might be a bad thing for them in the long term, because then they won't get recurring payments from us anymore. Not that we can pay for it anyhow.
I don't know.
Our debts and everything else.
It's a mess. respect, you're probably right. Yeah. Check the price out of this blue Challenger.
Oh yeah, 77,000. Yeah.
Six seats.
6 seats? I don't know. Like,
it's got, okay, it has, if you look at the doors, they're full-length doors. See how the doors are?
Yeah. Maybe. I guess it's bigger. I guess it's, looks like it's small, lower to the ground than Jen's.
We're trying to get something Mom can get into.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I mean, it doesn't look bad for like a hatchback.
Yeah.
bigger than the other thing.
It might be, I don't know.
Even one of the GMC things look a little bigger. In terms of the vehicle, looks a little bigger.
Yeah, look at the
Grand Cherokee. Yeah,
42,000.
Yeah, well, yeah. Obviously, if it's a Grand Cherokee.
I don't have 40.
No, I don't either. I have 30,000.
It's insane. Now this Toyota thing might be okay.
It's interesting too. It looks bigger.
I don't know.
Well, it looks bigger. I don't know if it actually is.
36. Toyota Highlander.
Tacoma, I think the last year Tacoma was there out too. Those are just gas pigs. Tundra, I've heard bad things about Tundras. I always wanted one, and I watched the reviews on them, and I'm like, I'm kind of glad I have a Ram.
Slap the wrench on it and pull it off. Which I know how to do. But it requires me to crawl underneath the car again. It's not, used to do it all the time. Save a few bucks on that with all the vehicles, but it's gotten to the point where it's awful hard for me to get down there and do that. And I'm going to change the oil in the lawnmower, the snowblower, and the generator. That's as good as it's going to get. I have the fancy new thing you can suck the oil out, and I also have on the snowblower I can just pull the drain plug and tip it back and run it into a Pride ice cream pail, and then put that in my tank and with the funnel, and there we go. The other ones I pump it into suck it into my sucker thing for oil. You run it in, like on the lawnmower you pull the fill point plug out, because there used to be drain plugs on the bottom of them, there aren't anymore. So rather than tip it upside down and try to drain out that way, I just leave it right side up, pull the fill plug out, and pump till it's empty. Which doesn't get every drop, it gets most of it. So then you throw some more oil in it, and then you put that oil in your little tank. Right? And then you turn around and do the generator. And so when you've done it, you pull that out. Well, it's a lot easier to do than the way we had to do it before. Tip the generator upside down and try to bring oil out on the side or something. This, you just put your little sucker down there and suck it out. So, I mean, pretty slick. Been meaning to get to it, haven't got to it yet. It's less of a mess, does a better job. Gonna sell the Jeep. Who do I sell it to it? How do I do it?
Where we get the most amount of money from?
Well, I was looking at that Honda pretty nicely going. That's a pretty nice rig.
It is, and yeah, even their off-road reviews look good. And they weren't even using off-road tires, and it was getting through snow pretty well. Which was really surprising. I was like, well, you should put some decent snow tires on it. All terrain, or you put the same ones that are on this thing on it.
It's not meant to be a Rubicon.
Yes, but it could be a Rubicon.
It does a pretty good job. And
you can put little letters on the side that says Rubicon.
Yeah, right.
Killer.
If If you know.
Yes, all ifs. According to some site, they have 2018 ones that are about 27. So not exactly sure.
In Minot?
Yes.
This is the LX version, I think.
Yeah, I know. The ELX.
Is that the bottom model, or that?
No, that's the long one. Extended length.
It's the longer?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna actually be early for a meeting.
Well, you know.
Yeah, it's only 10 o'clock.
I don't have anything important to say, really. So.
I don't think anybody really else really does.
No. He's going to ask the questions about the shipping container, and Joe's got a whole list of things. He's there to ask if he doesn't expect us to remember what he said yesterday.
Whatever. I used to know they were like $5,000 a pop a long time ago.
Depends where you get them and how big they are.
Because those people that were making their own above ground compound were buying them at $5,000 a piece. And they put up like 24 of them, and then they welded them together and then cut out, and they made their own like compound out of it. And then some of these schools and stuff buried half the thing into an earthen thing and made a tornado shelter out of it.
Yeah.
So half of it's buried under a whole bunch of dirt, and the other half's open. They can just funnel the kids into the back, and if the tornado hits it, then most likely won't take it off.
Probably not going to go anywhere, yeah.
No.
I mean, it'll roll trains over, but that's a big, hairy thing. You can pile a bunch of dirt on it. Yep. 2-door Maverick. Good car for the era. Probably a 206 or 250. Did have some with 302s, but nice little rig. Had 2 of them. Went back to trucks.
Oh yeah, here, yeah.
Slow down a little bit. We'll see. See the Jeep Monster driver out down there.
Good morning. The time is 10 a.m. K0AJW. Repeater.
Yeah, yes.
So we'll be a little bit late.
Whatever. Sure, not everybody is there on time too. Water.
I'm not in charge of anything, nor do I want to be.
Nope, not anymore.
Just have to learn to keep my mouth shut more. Especially at the
That's all of us.
Especially at the county meetings. Find more excuses not to go.
You only go, well, like everybody who goes to those things, they're only there for the free donuts and coffee.
I don't need donuts anymore.
Well, I know, but I mean, that's all they really do.
I can't drink the coffee unless it's decaf free. So kind of up the creek without a paddle.
I wonder about that. You can't drink the coffee, but in there drinking a pop.
Sugar-free, caffeine-free.
Yeah.
It's colored water, basically.
Jen drinks that crap.
Yep.
Diet Right?
No, it's not Diet Right.
That's just food coloring water.
A&W root beer without sugar and without caffeine. Well, the root beer comes without caffeine, but without sugar. So, well, not too many here at the farmers market. Yeah.
Oh, it's just gotten started.
Yeah,
Much.
might be the wind that's part of that.
Well, part of it, yeah.
It's like pumpkin season already.
Well, yeah. Oh, I'm thinking now that thing's a pumpkin pie. As long as it's fresh, good pumpkin pie.
Yeah, sometimes the stuff gets a little crappy.
Not good, not crappy pumpkin pie that tastes terrible. Or as we found out that one time, pumpkin pie that gives you food poisoning.
Or something.
I don't think I never think I've ever puked that much in my life.
You haven't been stupidly drunk yet.
No.
I don't reckon.
It was just 2 days of puking my brains out into a garbage bag. And then you take a little sip of water and you feel full. You lay down the rest of the day. It's like, what did I do?
Okay, I turned around.
It's fine. Don't record yourself.
Anyhow, I resolved it.
Okay.
And it's working fine. It didn't take too much to do it.
Good.
That's enough to tell something. Yeah, but it's fixed.
Too many already.
And tested.
Yeah.
So everything was working.
That's good. Wrist is hurting again. started the month, but I've gone through a whack of it.
Well, taking us out to eat was
that was different.
Well, the good thing about it was we got my meal for free, your meal for free.
Yeah. Well, that was for that was for July. That's a whole different month.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of money that month too.
Yeah, and I was stupid and had the big steak. I should have.
No. I mean that I paid with cash. That one wasn't so bad. I'm just talking about what I paid with my card.
Oh yeah. Well,
that tablet was quite expensive.
Well, it's up and it's working.
$800.
So.
But it should be good for quite a number of years with that thing.
We'll see if they have any money come October 1st or not.
No, that's true too.
They're already blowing through.
Oh, they're blowing through like snow at Minot, bro.
And it's not helping us a bit when they do that.
No, I'm wondering when we're going to bail out China.
Sure can't afford it.
I love how that one economic developer in China who lost basically everything in China filed for U.S. bankruptcy protection. I'm like, how does that work?
Shouldn't get a dime from us.
Well, like,
must be another Hunter Biden connection.
Must be or something. Like, you lose your shirt in China with development stuff. How do you file for U.S. bankruptcy protection? That makes no sense.
Maybe he got U.S. people to invest in China.
Maybe. Well, I'm sure it was similar to that whole bank thing that was there. They kept trading loans.
They used to say,
like the lady said,
yeah.
Like they built a whole bunch of these ghost cities, and then they kept trading them, and none of them were built to any good standard. They're all built to junk, fall apart standards, and they kept trading them.
Yep.
Nobody wanted to live in these things.
Yep.
None of them had power or water running to them. They had the hookups ready. They said never anything to them, and they said that nobody ever set foot into the buildings after they got done building them.
So
which they're built to substandard conditions.
Yeah.
So after they pretty much left, saying, "Well, the building's up," they literally like a couple weeks later they started to fall apart. Well, the people who had all the investments on these things just kept trading them. And eventually some guy is like, he bought one of these trades, went to see the building fell over.
Yeah.
2 months after it was built, it fell over.
Was it?
So he traded it to some other bank.
Yeah.
Because he knew it was gone. He got his money investment back out of it. Now the bank got it, and they went and looked, and the building wasn't there. The rubble wasn't even there. People had taken the rubble away. So just people on the street had taken. There was just an empty hole in the ground.
Well,
so they traded that to somebody else. They traded it to another bank.
This is why they used
a big empty hole in the ground. They just kept on trading.
In the investment portfolios in your 401k, they said, and you want to be into the emerging stuff in the foreign countries. I don't think so. I think I'd rather
buildings aren't there anymore. Yeah, there was a building there at one time.
That way, if there's a problem, somebody can go after these clowns.
Yeah,
you know.
That's what the kind of economic good shape they are now. Everything's just it's not falling apart. It's not there anymore. It fell apart. Then people carried it away.
Yeah.
Now it's just a worthless hole in the ground. Where something once stood.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, nobody wanted to live there. Even when they finished building it. Yeah, they built some of these cities. They build them whole cities with everything ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
All the hookups and everything, water, power, everything.
Yep.
They build all these cities up in anticipation that people are going to be moving in there.
Yeah.
But nobody moves there. So you got these huge cities.
Well, it's like some of Saddam Hussein's palaces weren't that great.
Yeah, but he lived in some of them.
Well, I mean, they threw them up in a hurry.
Yeah.
Polished it and hoped that they didn't get caught not doing it right.
Yeah.
You know, type of thing. So.
Yeah, that was different. Some people, you occasionally was living them occasionally. Some of these cities, nobody. First off, nobody can afford to live there to start with. love when they says, yeah, back in 1971, somebody who made $10,000 a year was making more, or the equivalent paid job now for that type of thing. You'd have to be making $250,000 a year to equate to that one person who was making $10,000 a year 40 years ago or 50 years ago. You know, like, damn. I'm like, that's terrible. What is that office worker now working if he's working out the same job or the equivalent job of somebody in there? Well, they're only making $25,000 or $30,000 a year out of that same job. It's like, talk about a depreciation in value. Like, hey. Of course, when a lot of these houses are $250,000 to $300,000 for what the similar type of house was in 1970, yeah, it's 1970. To tell you there.
1970. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, when you were in Vietnam.
Yeah, I know where I was at.
So equivalent family-sized house back then was what, $30,000, $40,000 or so.
When we were looking,
and now they're like $300,000, $400,000, $500,000.
We were looking up here in the 80s.
Yeah.
We could find some for $30,000 or $40,000.
Yeah.
Right. Our trailer was $30,000.
Jen gets work at 4:50 today, so she's at the house.
What?
Jen works at 4:50 today, and she's at the house. So I know what that's gonna do.
Yeah. You know what? Gotta go get pizza. That's what we gotta do. Yeah, it says full.
That's good.
Well, that worked pretty good. They made a bunch of antennas.
Made some money off some stuff that they sold.
Well, I don't know if we made any money.
They sold some stuff.
Yeah. That's an old school toilet though. It's got the full flush too.
Yeah.
There it is. It's still there.
Yep.
$32,000.
Yep. And then look out. Get a lookout on it.
Hmm?
Do you want to get out and look at it?
No. I should probably go to their website. Check it out.
I see the thing on the cursor side on
it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So you got videos too.
Guess I didn't know that.
Yep. So you have one of it's like a review of the whole thing. One of like something like that, and then I sent you one that's them driving in snow. There's a bunch of videos online about it. They talked about some problems with it, but it's like just the normal wear and tear you get out of a normal vehicle. So
no transmission problems or anything.
No.
It's a 10-speed transmission or something like that. I think Nikki said she gets about 18 in town.
It's about normal for like something like that.
And about 20 on the road. Or something like that. But we'd have to have butt checks and all the rest of it.
Well, the ultimate thing would be not good for it.
Well,
not necessarily if I have to.
You have to be able to get in it too, as far as somewhere.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's no point in even thinking about it. I mean, we can haul everybody around in the drink.
Technically, we call everybody in this thing.
Yeah.
It must be an exciting, fun venture.
Sure, but that's why we got the 4-passenger instead of the in theory you can get small
Well, if you
people.
go jump out the back, I could fit back there.
Yeah. Tougher than you think.
Yeah, getting all the junk out. Yeah.
Where has Patty Waters
Well, I asked the lady, I said, is he retiring? No.
Yeah.
Dude, I said, I've seen this guy since I was a kid.
Yeah.
He was probably younger then.
Yeah, he was, and a lot more hair. But his attitude is exactly the same. Yeah, and his attitude is exactly the same.
Mr. Nice.
Well, it's nice as a interesting word. Nice.
Well, when you're a crappy person,
When every time you go to see him, he puts you down. It's kind of like going to the doctor, you know. It's like, oh, why do I want to come back if you're going to put me down every time? His son isn't that way. His son is nice.
They're both nice.
His son is like, hi, how you doing?
Yeah. Versus his dad who comes in going, you know, you're not doing stuff right.
He might be the 20th person he's had to fix this week.
Yeah, but still.
You haven't been over there to see him since
19. I had his son do me last time.
I've got an appointment sometime this year.
Yeah.
Oh, just so you know, when you schedule out, it's probably going to be about a year.
I scheduled.
What?
Yes.
Because they're short
Wow.
hygienists.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Because the lady that saw me
Jeez.
said, well, we can go 9 months out.
Oh.
And then then she said, no, it has to be a year.
Wow.
Well, you see those signs. If you're licensed, blah blah blah. We are.
Yeah, I've seen those all around for a lot of things.
Well, North Dakota too.
Oh. I've seen them in a lot of places. You're licensed
In the
anything.
lobby, there's a sign looking for hygienists.
Yeah.
Kathy
Well,
said
pay them
that
good then.
somebody that her husband knows on their family, she does that. She said her back hurts. She has problems with her back, and
Well, yeah, they got to bend over to do your stuff.
Stand all day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Part of it, it's not for us that they have, like the tattoo artist, a dentist, or a nurse, or whatever.
You got to protect your back.
They got to protect their backs. Then it's not just.
And that's learning to do. That's learning to bend. Like I watch the chiropractors. The good ones, at least, they know how to angle themselves so that their back isn't screwed up. And then they usually about every once a week they go and get treated themselves. So that helps. But a lot of them have switched to like using the hand tools so they're not blowing out their own hands or their elbows or wrists or whatever. We're not leaning over as much. I've been going back to using my heating pad, which helps a lot.
I know Leanne does sit down more than she did when we first started seeing her.
Yeah.
Well, if your back goes out, you're toast.
Yeah. Probably doesn't help. The bottle fed a calf that was kind of inched away by its mother. And now she said she takes the calf for a walk.
Oh,
And he's like 400 pounds.
yeah.
And he kind of likes to play with her, so he pushes on her with his hand.
Yeah.
She said it kind of throws her off.
Yeah. Well,
That's bad. They tried putting him back with the other cattle.
they just rejected it.
No, he rejected.
Oh, well, man, that's an issue too.
What do you want, Jeff?
Carl?
No idea. No idea.
What's going on with that? It's always a health thing, but it's nothing that ever seems to
yes,
stay.
people have called me Jenny. And yes, I don't like it.
Well, I was talking about G and then Jenny. Gotta put fuel in the Jenny.
Grandma used to call me.
I think Julie and Joe used to call me Jenny. Grandma would write her letters. It was always Jenny. And Dad's mom would write letters. Hi.
Hi, I'm Clifford.
Mike. Don't.
Aunt used to call me Jenny.
That's what Marla says when she calls. Hi, Jen.
Jan. Wow. It's like a Brady Bunch thing here. does that when we show up in person too.
It's okay, that one manager at Hardy's called Mom Janice.
There's a new one. There's a lot more stuff up here than they earlier.
Pumpkin.
Yeah, let's get into that season yet. Now make your pumpkin pies.
More people can it.
Yeah.
County Extension Office of it.
Why did Grandma call me that anyway?
Who knows?
Oh, you got the new windows in.
They look really different.
Why did Grandma call me that?
I'll put that one door.
I think,
call a lot of people.
I think we called you Jenny when you were little.
Oh.
Same thing we're doing here. That's
I've never seen the door to those apartments open.
It's not supposed to have been that. Well, this thing's a little behind there.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be in school?
On Saturday?
Canadians making one last ditch effort.
You're spending money down
I
here.
don't know when their school starts.
Maybe he's going to university.
That could be. We had those ones that worked at Hardee's. And then they said they couldn't work at Hardee's.
Launching it.
Yeah, I think so. That guy and that girl that work for Canada, I'd be going to school here. Girl was going for speech there. I wonder what the guy was going for. They worked at Hardee's. And then we got all those other. Yeah.
People from Brazil.
No. Argentina, China, Russia, Jamaica, whatever.
Thailand. One girl's mom was Vietnamese. Her dad was American. Her girl was from they drive and they left. Girl from Thailand was dating a baser from who had a Chinese background. Thought that was different. Not the Russians. Guys from Chile.
Yeah, they were probably the nicest of
And the guys from the say Gold Coast.
Africa.
The guys from Africa, they were really nice.
Yeah.
But it was really active here yesterday. It
They
was
were
hot.
smart. So were the guys from Argentina.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
were
yeah.
smart too.
Yep.
Got a lot of computer skills. And I spoke pretty good English. I'm actually surprised they're open. Although I don't see anybody.
Well, they're there.
Oh, I see one person. Oh, Or the lady up in the chair looked like she had a jacket on. Jen, when you ordered me crackers, where did you order them from Amazon?
Yeah, I can. Why?
Because it's getting towards winter.
What were they called again?
Unsalted Tops Premium.
Yeah.
Saltines.
A little further than
He was looking down.
I know.
Like, down.
The one where you get the 12, 16-ounce boxes?
Yeah.
Why, do you want me to order them?
If you could, please. If you have them.
Unsalted Tops, unless you want to look at Marketplace, see if they have them.
Not that close.
We could try doing that, I guess.
I mean, I can order them.
Sure, we'll be able to get something else.
There's a big one. does it cost? Does it say?
With the shipping and handling, it's $39.55.
Looks like they're having fun.
No.
No?
No.
Just keep trying to find the store.
I mean, I can do it if you want.
At the store anytime you need these. They now have the Taster's Choice decaf and stuff. Picked up the jar here and there.
Just tell me if you want me to do it then.
Well, if we start where we can't find them at the store.
I have it saved in my save for later thing. Well, I know when I went to Marketplace, I saw the unsalted tops. Not today. I didn't look, but
Yeah, they're probably
I just want to start getting stuff kind of stocked up. Like tomorrow's supposed to be cold. Monday, a little warmer. But not like 90. Kevin. Sounded like him. Coming in or something going on.
well, what happens if I do buy them? Are you going to be offended?
What?
So what happens if I do buy them? Are you going to be offended?
Oh, Delta's here. No, Delta's here.
Good afternoon. The time is 2 p.m. K0AJW. Repeater.
Well, it just shows free shipping now, so it'd be $32.56 if I ordered the crackers.
Free shipping.
Free shipping, yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
like the SBC executive senior vice president showed up. He wanted everybody's honest opinion about SBC, and I says, everybody's like, oh, everything's great, and I said, my word was just blunt out at that point. Of course, I didn't really care at that point, and I was like, doing what we can with the limited tools we have available. And then he's like, what? I said, yeah, this doesn't work, that doesn't work, this tool doesn't work, and that thing don't work. And it hasn't worked for months. And then I had a closed door counseling session with my team manager, the head floor walker, and the HR lady.
Yep.
I was like, okay, yeah. You gonna fire me? No. Good. That guy can fire everybody in the building, cancel the account, and cancel the contract.
It did. We all went away. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was years later. It was years later.
It was there at the end.
Yeah.
Sanctuary 4x2.
What's funny though is after I mentioned that stuff, is 2 or 3 months later that those tools got fixed. Building on to the thing there. Whole new university gym is what they said. It's that whole new place there.
Pretty tight.
But see, that took up almost all the teachers' parking that was over there. So I don't know where the teachers can be parking. Every gym, that's where all the teachers parked, right there. They have no parking really.
Figure something.
A little bit of parking. They have a little bit of parking, but not what they have.
What did you say it was? Junior varsity?
It was listed on Minot Central as a new junior varsity gym. Whatever that means. It's kind of like when they did that add-on for that other stunner on the backside there. It totally destroyed all the senior parking. So you had to park even farther from the building.
Said, get your camera out, take a picture. I was like,
I was doing that.
Like, do you want me to include Uncle Joe?
Again, at the time I did not know that they were going through something. Didn't know for over a year. Till 2022, and I posted that wedding video from way back, and I did not know they had already been I was like, oh well, that's news to me.
Yeah, but that one is
That's a lot of antennas.
It's a nice church. I've been in there a few times.
Yep.
All these schools that you guys went to are all bigger now.
And then they've added on everything,
And when you went to,
Yeah, no kidding.
like, this whole front here
Yeah.
wasn't here when you guys went.
No, we went to all offices and stuff, I think.
That's new stuff.
They used to have portables over here at one time.
There either.
Well, yeah, that was all the playground stuff. And all the diamonds and stuff at the time, so. Yeah. All that stuff. I think the last time I was in that building, God, that had been 8th grade. After 8th, just before I left for 8th grade, one of the teachers invited us back there.
Like an antenna with wires.
Yep.
But other than that, it was like last time I was there, it was like 6th grade that I was actually in a classroom. Otherwise, one of the teachers invited us back in 8th grade. We toured the place after they did one of the renovations. But I don't think I've walked in there since then, at least. No, I haven't. Oh wait, I've been in there. I was in there one time. 10 years, no, 10 or 15 years ago when they did the tornado thing. When there was a tornado warning, I was in the entryway waiting because we had to go down to the back bottom. But that's like I think the last time I was actually in that school. I didn't go very far into it. So, yeah.
I don't think Edison has.
I haven't been inside Jim Hill since. God, I don't think I've been in Jim Hill since we were last. When we were.
Tornado thing. I think you have to go to Jim Hill.
Well, I'm saying 15 years ago you did. But yeah, I don't think I've been in. I don't think I've been in Jim Hill. I haven't been in Jim Hill since we left for.
You were at Jim Hill 6, 7, 8. I was
Yeah, I know.
7 and 8.
I just think the last time I was actually in the building was I think before we went over to. No, that's not true. No. Did I do it summer school there? God, I can't remember now.
Summer school at Lincoln and at
God, I can't remember that. No.
Ramston.
Well, when we did driver's ed there, we had to go in the building a couple of times. So it would have been between 9th and 10th grade. That's right, because the classroom driver ed was at Central, but the drive part was at Jim Hill. We had to go in the building a couple times because we had to get cones and other things out of the ones in the rooms. So that's the last time I was in Jim Hill. Would have been 99, I think. Summer of 99. Last time I was in that building. Magic City Central. She's the last time I was in Central. We didn't have because we didn't do that 10-year reunion. Oh no, last time I was in Central was. Oh no, wait, that's not true. Last time I was in Central was I was waiting for the bus to come get us from our PC electronics class in October or November of 2001. I've been the last time I was in Central, but I was just in the entrance part.
It was $3.99.
Never toured the place.
For the $75.
Yeah, and it wasn't even empty. It was empty.
Very close to full.
Yeah.
That's full. How long is it?
That's what was in one of those packs.
Last time I was in Magic City was our 10-year reunion.
Those ones I put.
2012.
Yeah, so 75.
Should have gone to 20-year, but didn't get around to it. We had to go to Bismarck for that day. That my back wasn't feeling great. I've been going up and down stairs. That Honda on there. It is bigger than John's.
Pilot?
Yeah, that's the Pilot. That's XL extended.
Why don't you get out and take a look at it, Jen?
I can't afford it.
I'm just to take a look at it with Dad. I know you can't afford it. I can't afford it either.
We probably can't afford it either. It's $32,000.
They lock them now, so
Sure been getting 5G a lot more.
They've been putting more of it in.
Six pops up every once in a while. Or is that just a bad 5?
That's Wi-Fi.
So Wi-Fi's faster.
Yes. You get Wi-Fi. The only thing 6 is ever doing is Wi-Fi. Otherwise, it's going to pop up saying 5G or mainly 4G, but they're putting 5G more in. And my majority of 5G is on the 83 corridor here, Broadway, pretty much.
We should have gone up and looked to see if we could find that. That new over 55.
Jennifer, you let me know when you got to be back.
I gotta be home by 4.
What did they say it was north of?
It was by the new, no, not the new line. Aircraft set.
Yeah, that is sort of new. That was 2:28, so we got an hour and a half minimum.
I'll have to go home and
Yeah,
change.
yeah. So about an hour. We have about an hour to kill. Yeesh. Oh, he's screaming about stuff. Nice.
Or the internet is slow. Unless it's just Amazon.
It's probably Amazon. We're actually, we're only at 4G now.
It's 5G.
Well, okay. Does it? Oh, sometimes I gotta hit and run the speed test thing for 5G to pop up. Sometimes I don't know why. It just does sometimes. Yeah, now it says 5G. It's weird how it does that. See, there's no real point in upgrading to the S23 because the modem in the S23 is the same as the S22 though, and not much different than the S21. Now the S24 upgrade next year will be having a brand new 5G modem with a couple more bands of technology in. So that's why I say wait. Plus they're going to have a faster chip and faster everything else. So yeah. According to my plan, I can't even upgrade till 2025. So I'll wait till the S25 to come out. Which might have the AMD chip in it instead of the Snapdragon. We'll see. What is this? We are making some changes to our legal agreement that applies to you according to PayPal.
Can you tell which one is Mom?
What picture is that? Where did you find that one?
Mom found it and sent it to me.
Oh, that's an old picture. Oh my god.
Which one of those is Mom?
Well, I know which one is Marla. That's easy to tell. I'm guessing that's Mom.
This one?
This one here.
That's Mom.
That's Mom? Yeah, I figured. And then that's Marla, I'm assuming.
No, this is Marlo.
That's Marla?
She was little.
Well, who is this?
Those are Mom's cousins.
Oh.
Susan and I don't know what the other one is, Mom.
Oh, Julie, what? Julie wasn't born yet?
Apparently not.
October of 57. Wow. Damn.
Mom was like 4 years old, right?
Yeah.
Wow. How big was Marla? Or how old was Marla? 2? Wow. Damn. Wow. Send me that.
Must be the one with Karen.
So put up it. Send that one to me, Joseph. Look at that. Okay, no vaccination. Thank you.
I was wondering.
This is Karen.
Oh,
That's what I meant.
The last
That's
time I
cute.
asked Marla, she said she hadn't seen anything much about how she was doing.
I gotta go into Mom.
I don't know what policy changes they made for PayPal. Apparently, they made some kind of changes, whatever that is.
Can you tell which one is Mom?
Which one? No, how old is that picture?
August of 58.
So she's 5. I'm guessing that's Mom right there.
Yes, but this is Grandma. And
Oh
Grandma.
crap! Wow. They always look older time. I can definitely see the resemblance to
What? Mom and Grandma.
how old was he then? How old was your dad in 58?
It was born in 32.
So he was what, 40 something in this picture?
30.
Well, it's 32 and it was 58, so
The school's up there.
that's crazy. What is that haircut? Oh my god, Mom. What the heck here? That is some haircut there. Crap, mine wasn't all the better either. Ow.
Okay, here's another one. Which one is Grandma and Grandpa?
Oh God, I don't really think about that. There's an old car. You say Grandma and Grandpa?
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's Grandpa way back there. That's my guess.
This is Grandpa.
Oh, yeah, I figured that.
And that's Grandma.
That's Grandma?
I know, I thought it was this one.
Holy crap, when the hell was that picture taken? They look younger. They both look way younger. That must be way younger because they look a lot younger.
Yeah.
That must have been before they had Mom and...
Yep.
Wow.
It was.
Damn. Huh. You know what's surprising though is that Grandma in that picture kind of looks like Marla. As scary as the thought is. It kind of does. When you look at the face, doesn't it kind of look like Marla?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, it's scary, isn't it? It's so weird.
See, I thought this is Auntie Betty, this one here. I think so.
That's Auntie Betty?
Right, this is Auntie Betty, right, Mom?
Yep.
Really?
That road kind
Should've
of
been a
peters
hottie.
out, so.
Yeah.
See, I kind of thought it was these two.
It was
I didn't know Grandma was over here.
over there.
Yeah,
See, they look kind of similar.
No, not even close to similar to Betty's like a little hottie there. In that
This
picture.
is two families together.
I know, but in that picture, Auntie Betty's looking. I'm sorry, it does. Wow, that's some old pictures.
So do you want all these pictures?
Yeah, you send them to me. There's the. I put them in my secure folder. I also have my reject
Oh, I
folder.
think that's it. Should be it on the front.
Something Heights. Soares Heights
Yeah.
apartments.
Yep.
Oh, if I get that notification, you sent me something on my watch, not on my phone. Love how it dings on my watch.
And then we're gonna build more,
Wow.
yes. I always thought that was an apartment complex. But I
Well,
guess the one on the other side of it is apartments. Well, it goes through, but where it goes through to, that would be getting ready for football.
yeah, that would be your high jump or.
So those other things.
That's not the high jump. That's the thing there.
Yeah, this is
And
all
this
part of the
is-
school.
The over 55.
Oh, there's new football. I got two of the pictures. That was down now.
Well, it's on the north.
Okay.
And they said they were going to build like 3 more of them, or 4 more.
Wow.
I wonder what year this was taken.
A mega amount of.
It had to be taken, what, 40s?
No, that is the issue.
Probably.
I don't know if they have garages.
Because Mom was born
Somebody
in 52 or 53, so it had been in the either 50 or 40.
Yeah, that or it's a common.
Something.
No,
That's
Sunset
amazing.
Ridge Apartments. That might be
So I wonder if these two were great grandma
Those
and
are,
grandma.
I think those are great grandma and grandpa.
Okay.
Now these are just regular
it.
apartments.
Just regular apartments.
Although it's Minot Housing Authority, so it must
That's
be
interesting.
But they might have inside garages.
It looks like they do.
Well,
Yeah.
that's kind of nice. An outdoor pit thing,
Yeah.
barbecue.
I think these are our great grandma and grandpa.
Yeah. I wonder who the young kid that she's holding. I wonder if that is the really young one there.
And the little teeny garage is a regular apartment.
Mom knows, I don't know.
Yeah.
trying to figure out who these are.
The young one that great grandma's holding.
Karen.
Oh.
Her cousin.
Okay.
My cousin Karen. She was the tall one in that other picture.
Oh.
But these two on the end, they're great grandma and grandpa, right?
Yep, that was my dad's mom and dad.
Oh.
That was grandpa's mom and dad?
Mm-hmm.
He kind of looks like
Who was the tall one in the back here? This one here, this tall one with glasses.
that guy here. Her son?
Or this guy here.
Yeah, the tall
That's
one in the
Karen's
back.
dad,
Oh.
Uncle Walt. You might remember him from the reunions.
Maybe.
He used to sit at a table and take donations.
Oh, that
Yeah.
guy!
Yep, yep.
Wow.
He was
Whoa, that's.
I thought he was old all
I
the
can't
time.
believe that was her day.
I like in this
I
one,
know where one of
Mom.
them is.
I like in this one where grandpa doesn't even have his arms around Marla. He's just standing there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, you blew that picture out though.
I know. But you can see in the normal picture, he's
I
not
did
on the...
edit these out.
Marla, grandma has her arms around you.
Doesn't have his arm around Grandma either.
That's interesting.
So that's the area.
Oh.
There.
He said it's been nice and quiet there, peaceful. I thought school hasn't started yet.
It's true.
Although that one lady, I guess she's been in there since.
You know, I think your dad looks like his mom.
I don't think he looks like his dad.
No.
Although, I don't.
Because you can look, when you look at the face looks similar to his mom's face.
But
That's interesting.
you probably have to see my grandpa when he was younger.
Yeah.
Those are harder to find.
Yeah, I bet they are.
I mean, I think I sent you one once. Of grandpa when he was a little boy.
Yeah, I think I've seen that, yeah.
Not little, no.
I've seen
my
I've seen
grandpa.
pictures of Rich as a boy. That was like wow. Actually, we also saw pictures of Rich when he was in the Navy. That's some scary pictures.
Only he had a lot less hair.
Yeah, he didn't have a beard.
He did when they were in some.
Yeah, and some of them, yeah, but one of them didn't.
Some areas he did.
Of course, we've seen Rich without a beard before, and
No.
more recently, and well, is that just too scary?
Other areas we're not used to seeing.
That's just no.
That's right. Really different.
Interesting. Royal Toasting.
That's way down.
Alright.
369.
That was down 10
No,
cents.
just here, I think. Everywhere else has gone up.
No, the marketplace on the south side is...
Oh, it's gone down 369.
They
Yes.
said that the tall parts of the building are.
I don't know. Dad put gas in my truck today, and it wasn't even empty, and it was $75, and it just barely got full.
On the inside.
A few more panels.
Oh, there's a young grandma.
Holy
I
smokes.
can't remember what he said it was.
Why did you send me those pictures too? I can have fun.
But when they were showing the building and they showed the.
Football field.
Yep, they said they had the full.
Is this the other school they're building?
Yep. This is the new
The new
school.
high school.
Which one is this one be called?
Sentinel.
Minot North.
Oh,
North.
Minot North, yeah.
huh.
They added on. You've been in there, right? Yeah. I know Jen and I have.
What?
What used to be
Cognizant? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we were in Congress. Yeah, we toured it way back when it was working.
back in the days. Yeah.
Because when they showed the inside, they showed all the
It was huge. It was
things still sitting in
a
there.
lot of electronics and everything. Yeah, all electronics stripped
All
there.
the electronics.
server racks and cubicles and everything else.
The
How do
cubicle.
you share this? Oh, I figured it out.
The little plus button on the left.
Yeah, see, they're spending lots of money.
Millions of dollars.
You're building on Cognizant?
Yes, Jeff.
It's
Wow.
the new high school.
Oh,
That's what that is.
They got the high
oh,
You didn't understand
They
that?
got Cognizant
Yes or
for
not?
like what, $1, I think? Something
oh,
really
interesting.
cheap.
Really?
But to make it into the high school, they have to
Mm-hmm.
do a whole lot of work.
Remod and build a much more.
Because this picture,
Yeah.
Grandpa, that's his family.
Except he had two sisters that died. But they
Hmm.
were younger than him. And they were...
See how young Grandpa looks, Jeff?
Holy
We're
crap.
talking the 30s now, Depression era.
Yeah. Well, he was born in the 30s. So the picture was probably taken in the 40s. Yeah,
This was probably in the 40s or the early 50s.
Who knows anymore?
Hmm?
See it over here.
Whatever.
You can choose to look.
Mm-hmm. Ow.
Looks huge.
Yeah. I couldn't. Big school.
I had always thought that they would put up a sign that said site of
Yeah.
Minot North. They don't have any signs like that.
And I remember when we toured this place, it was huge. First, we also remember touring Sykes before we went to Sykes too. Thought it was big then too. Not really. Then I worked there and it's like not as big as I thought.
Cognizant was.
Cognizant was big. I remember they had so many cubicles. Compared to Sykes, it was humongous.
I only spent a couple months there.
So, Sykes had planned to build 2 or 3 centers.
I know. Yeah. They were talking about adding on when we were there, or when I was there. They were talking about adding on to a whole nother like center, like
Yep.
onto the side of the thing,
Yep.
going north. Yeah. Never happened. Well, they didn't get those contracts. They said they were going to get too. So
Yeah, well,
they were supposed to get some big contracts. I think they were supposed to get Sprint's contract and 2 others that were big ones. And then they just didn't fall through. I think they ended up sending that stuff to India. Because it was around that time frame when they were starting to send everything to India.
yep.
They lost all these contracts that they were
Yep.
begging and pleading to get. Yeah, if they wouldn't have lost those, they would have probably built another part of the center. Because those would have been, I heard those were going to be big contracts. If they would have got, if they would have got Sprint, they said that they could have added 500 employees to Sykes easily, just at our center. I was like,
Well,
damn.
They didn't, so.
The one guy says that they would have got Sprint, they would have reopened Scottsdale. I'm like, going, really?
Well, we got.
I heard that place is just about ready to burn to the ground. Is what I heard.
They brought all that stuff up there.
I know,
I spent
and it was
weeks
junk.
The headsets.
The headsets were completely garbage. They were just completely broke.
We went through. And
Computers were just junk.
Didn't listen.
I remember when they upgraded the computers from the computers there. They went from 266s to 550s, and I always felt that the 266s worked a lot better than the 550s.
Yeah.
I was like, well, why do I want this piece of junk? It doesn't work.
We spent weeks going through the
know.
headsets and looking at which one compared to.
I know, but what's funny though is then they upgraded us to those Pentium or those Dells. But like a month later, they upgraded everybody to Dells that were like the 1.6s, and most of them were still junk. But a few of us found out that HR and the building management had the good working ones. So one of these Saturday nights, they were having a party for the upper brass of the. They all forgot to lock their cubicles and doors for their offices when they left. So some of us
1:30 in the morning, decided to raid the offices of the internal components of their computers. CPUs and RAM, motherboards, all changed out. They kept the hard drives. And then the next following Monday, when the people showed up, all the HR people tried to log on to the computers and they wouldn't boot. Hard drives are still there. We didn't change the hard drives at all. Just changed out all the other internals.
Unauthorized.
Well, yeah, but then our computers worked instead of being broke.
You're not in charge. It's not your
Had 2 team managers helping us do it, so I have to tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Guard was helping us do it, and so was who? I'm trying to remember which one was my team manager on Quest. That one lady before she left. She knew she was leaving too, so she didn't really care. If Alan would have still been there, he wouldn't have cared either. But Alan was on SPC. I think Guard was only there for like another month or 2 or something before he went and got a better job.
Well, when I left Sykes...
He worked with the hotels then.
When I went to left Sykes and went to MLT, the training computers were slower than dogs.
Well, training computers are crap.
And so was... It didn't work there. And so was the server.
Oh, I was talking about Sykes.
Each compared to Sykes.
Oh yeah, but the training lab computers at Sykes were terrible. They were terrible when we started.
Worse, Jeffrey, a lot worse.
And
You got on the floor and it was better. And then they had to upgrade us to what Delta wanted us to do, and it didn't work as good. I got frustrated too. I said, I know how to fix this, but I'm not allowed. It's okay.
that's what a lot of us were doing, is fixing the computers.
Stare at the ceiling and enjoy it.
Plenty of trouble in there for fixing customers' computers. We were sitting for hours trying to get their internet thing working. The quality assurance people were like pissed off every time I fixed the guy's stuff, and I was like, and I kept telling the quality people, it says, what was I hired to do? And they said, when they kept saying you have to follow the checklist, it's like, What is my job title? What exactly does it say? Does it say follow the checklist to the letter, or does it say fix the calls? I believe it says fix the calls.
You're